Mega Evolutions. First introduced in X and Y, it caught the Pokemon community by surprise. With Mega Evolutions, Pokemons get a huge boost of stats, abilities, and not to mention good looks. With Pokémon Sun and Moon coming out this year, of course we could expect some more Megas heading our way. This is PatratPete, and today I will be giving you a list of 25 Pokemons which I believe should get a Mega Evolution in Pokémon Sun and Moon. Let's get started. Number 25. Now kicking off our list is kinda cheating, but I really believe that this is needed. Starting our list is the Johto, Sinnoh, Unova, and Kalos region starters. Now people can start saying that yes, we are definitely confirmed to have all the starters as Mega Pokemons, but that hasn't been confirmed just yet, and so I think they belong on this list. I have seen so many fan art of Mega forms, and I have to say, they all look freaking awesome. Hopefully we can get a Mega Evolve of the Johto starter Pokemon, since I would love to see a Dragon Feraligatr. Number 24, we now have the Soundwave Pokemon, Noivern. Now with first glance, I thought he was going to be the Crobat of the region, but man did it surprise me when I realized that he was actually a Dragon type. With a special attack of 97 and a speed of 123, this Pokemon had it going well for a Dragon type. But in comparison to other Dragon types, I feel as though he's a bit lacking. He learns a lot of good moves to support his stats and a good variety of types to take on any type of Pokemon, but I just can't really see him, any good against other Dragon types, so I really think this guy can benefit himself with a Mega form. Number 23. Again, I'm cheating by putting two Pokemons here, but they're pretty much inseparable. After all, every king needs his queen. Yes, I'm talking about the drill Pokemons, Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Now, both of these Pokemons are from the first gen, and they were pretty powerful for their times, having a good move pool and having a well-balanced stat. However, after a while, they started being overshadowed by other Pokemons because of their stats. We should really bring back the memories of the Kanto region by giving the power couple a Mega. Wouldn't you agree? Number 22. We now move on to the armor Pokemon, Donphan. Just look at this guy. He's a Don with his awesome tusks. Now Donphan is really great with its stat lineup being 120 for both attack and defense, but as you can expect, he is pretty slow, but that's kinda fine since he has a good attack and all. I don't know about you guys, but this guy was on my team when I played Emerald and he did not fail me. So if you simply give this guy a Mega Evolution, it's gonna be great, so please let it happen, Game Freak. Number 21. Up next up on our list is the generator Pokemon, Heliolisk. One look at this guy and he doesn't really look that intimidating, does he? But for some reason he reminds me of the yellow spotted lizard from Holes. Anyways, this guy has a basic stat lineup focusing more on special attack and speed, which can make him pretty strong, but throw in a Mega on this guy and a boost of stats, then this guy will really turn into a threat. Number 20. We now move on to the legendary, it's not a legendary, but that's what the Pokédex calls it, so I'm just rolling with it. It is Arcanine. With a total stat of 555, this Pokemon is so well balanced and powerful, and from the different moves that can be taught, he can be a real OP Pokemon if given a Mega, and that's honestly what I want. Give us a reason to call this Pokemon a legendary. Number 19. Next on our list is the Fang Scorpion Pokemon, Gliscor. To be honest, one of the main factors that made me want to give him a Mega was how cool he would look. I already like his current appearance and think that it's awesome, but just think about how amazing it would be to give this guy a Mega. He's a really defensive and overall base stat of 510 strong Pokemon, not to mention with Poison Heal, this guy's gonna be really difficult to overcome. So with a Mega Evolution, this guy would be on a whole new level. Number 18. We now move on to the big boss Pokemon, Haunch Crow. Really again, I just wanted to give this guy a Mega for his appearance. I mean, look at him, he's wearing a hat. After having a look at his stats, I can see that he is on the offensive side with 125 attack, 105 special attack, and 71 speed. But I really think that he could do even more if he was given a Mega. It would be so cool to see this guy get some attention again after all this time, actually. Number 17. The next Pokemon on our list is very strong, and I think he really should get a Mega because of his dangerous luck. I am talking about the brutal Pokemon, Hydreigon. The first time I saw him, I was amazed at his design and dangerous look. Not to mention his stats are off the roof. With 125 special attack and 98 speed, this guy has become one of the most powerful sweepers in the game. And with an overall stat of 600, this guy is pretty much up there with the rest of the pseudo-legendaries. I have seen some Mega designs for this guy, and I thought they were all amazing. Now all we have to do is wait for Game Freak to confirm it so that we can actually get one. Number 16. Now this next guy on our list is the Intimidation Pokemon, Krookodile. Now one look at this guy and you can tell he's pretty much ready to eat you the chance he gets. With an overall stat of 519, this Pokemon with the giant jaw can intimidate anyone. Not to mention with Moxie, he gets stronger with every win. I always thought that Krookodile should have received a Mega because this guy had potential to become a real threat. I mean, this guy's one of my most favorite Pokemons, and in reality, he just looks so cool. Once you throw him in a Mega, he'll look cooler and become even more powerful. Number 15, here we have the Sun Pokemon, Volcarona. Now I'm being serious, I was never a big fan of bug types because of their weaknesses, and I never actually found them as good. Except for Caesar, but he's pretty awesome and he already has a Mega. But once I saw Volcarona and his skills, I could not help but be amazed. I'm not even kidding, this guy may not be up there in the pseudo leagues, but you know, he's very strong. With a base stat of 550, 135 special attack, and 100 speed, he's definitely strong. Not to mention, this guy can learn Quiver Dance, which can pretty much boost up all of those stats. Because of this, I believe that giving him a Mega wouldn't be such a bad idea. I mean, if they're already giving pseudo legendaries, why not this guy? Number 14. Now next up on our list is the tender Pokemon, Milotic. I thought it was going to be a sea serpent or a snake, but nope, tender. I'm not gonna bother with that. Anyways, I've always seen Milotic as the defensive version of Gyarados, since both of them are pretty powerful once they evolve from their previous forms, and I don't see why, you know, Milotic can't get one for herself, you know. I've seen the many designs the fans have made for Milotic, and believe me, they look freaking great. And not to mention, with better stats and abilities, she'll become an even stronger wall, and before you know it, it'll be one of the top tier Pokemons. Number 13. Now the next Pokemon on the list isn't as good as a pseudo legendary, but it sure as hell can fight back. It is the Axe Jaw Pokemon, Haxorus. Seriously, just look at this guy. He's so badass, he's got blades on his face. Can you get even more awesome than that? Well, of course you can. Give this guy a Mega Evolution and then you'll see that he too can be in the competitive league. I mean really, with a base stat of 540, he's already one of the best Dragon types being used for Choice Band, Dragon Dance, or even Sword Dance. But once you give someone like him a Mega Evolution, not even fairies can take on this guy. Number 12. Taking our 12th spot on the list is the Claydol Pokemon, Claydol. Yeah, that gets confusing. But anyways, I actually first found out about this Pokemon by watching this show, and when I saw the potential that this Pokemon had, I was really impressed. With a base stat of 500, Claydol has a rather large move pool to choose from, and I think he should get a Mega because of his appearance. I mean, look at him. He can see the front, back, left, right. I have seen a ton of Mega Evolution art for this guy, and I think that he can definitely become superior if given one. Number 11. Now I think this Pokemon has been left out for a really long time now, and I think he needs a new look. I am talking about the cat ferret Pokemon, Zangoose. I mean, just by looking at him, he does look pretty cool with a simple red and white and claws design, but with his stats, he's not really anything amazing. With a base stat of 458, I don't really see myself using him, but given a Mega, I really think he can do it. I mean, if they gave Manectric and Houndoom one, why not this guy? Number 10. Here it comes, we're now officially in the top 10. Now again, I'm kinda cheating with this one, but I'm sure you'll see why. The next team of Pokemon which I believe should get a Mega Evolution is the team of Eeveelutions. That's right, I believe that each of the Eeveelution Pokemon should get their own Mega Evolution. Now think about it like this. The Eeveelutions are plenty good by themselves, but just imagine the potential they can carry if they can evolve one step further and turn into their final forms. With better stats and a better look, they will definitely be a reason to have more Eevees in your team. Number 9. Now the next Pokemon on this list is the wrestling Pokemon Hawlucha. Now I was actually pretty excited about this Pokemon since it was the first ever flying/fighting type Pokemon, and I have to say it looked amazing. Now with Hawlucha, he was a bit of a standalone Pokemon since he didn't have any evolutions, but regardless, he was able to do pretty well by himself. With a base stat of 500, he was actually a really good Pokemon, and not to mention, he introduced the first ever dual type move, Flying Press, being both a flying and fighting attack. I'm not sure what Game Freak has in store for this guy, but I definitely think a Mega would make him awesome. Number 8. This time we have the magical Pokemon, Miss Magus. For me, this Pokemon is kind of based on appearance really. I like its stat of 495 and the amazing move pool it carries, but in all honesty, I just love how it has that witch design. Giving this Pokemon a Mega Evolution would be so freaking awesome, not only because it'll become stronger, but also because you can complete the whole witch look with like, what, a broom or an orb? Now that would be definitely cool. Number 7. This next Pokemon is so freaking cool and I loved using it back in Diamond and Platinum, but over time it became less and less popular. I'm talking about the Thunderbolt Pokemon Electravire. I loved using Electrabuzz back in the old days, and when I saw he had another evolution coming, I was amazed. The only annoying thing was the method of evolving, because I didn't have a lot of friends that liked Pokemon as much as I did, and anyways, this guy was really powerful with a base stat of 540. He focuses on attack and speed, which is kinda my thing when it comes to Pokemon. If we can give this guy a real Mega Evolution, I swear, he will swoop straight into the OU. Number 6. Now this next Pokemon is actually the first fossil Pokemon on the list. It is the Despot Pokemon Tyrantrum. Now this rock/dragon type Pokemon is one of my most favorite because it is a freaking dinosaur. Just look at this guy, everything screams Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now this guy is so amazing because of his base stat of 521, and not to mention his ability Strong Jaw increases the power of all biting moves by 50%. Now that is powerful. If we give this guy a Mega Evolution, he will be even stronger. In fact, he'll be a true force to be reckoned with. Number 5. Now I think this guy should be on the list since so many other pseudo-legendaries already got a Mega, so why not him? Not to mention he was my most favorite Pokemon from the first generation. I'm talking about the dragon Pokemon, Dragonite. Now this guy was the best of the best back in the original games due to his awesome stats and the diverse move pool. Now the one thing that always bugged me about him was how he went from a blue color dragon to an orange. But then again, that's evolution for you. If he gets a Mega Evolution, he could turn into his blue color again, be bulkier, heck they could even throw in some elements from Dragonair into him, then he will look so badass. So if Game Freak is watching this, please let it happen. Number 4. Now this next guy, I really think he deserved a Mega Evolution because he had so much potential to become something amazing, but then they messed up. It is the Ogre-Donner. I'm not kidding, that is seriously what the Pokédex said, but then again, Ogre-Donner is a form of Dragonfly. Yes, it's Yanmega. Now let's face it, I wasn't the only one who thought that he was going to be the first dragon bug type, but it was actually a bug flying. I was hoping that a Mega Evolution will be able to fix that since he does have potential. With a base stat of 515, this guy is pretty powerful, and with speed boost, he's even more amazing. So simply give this guy a Mega form, then he'll become the first ever bug dragon and he will become powerful. Number 3. Time for the top 3 Pokemon who deserve a Mega. In my opinion, of course. This time, it is the Gleamice Pokemon, Luxray. Now, I have to say, this guy had to be on my top 3 because I just love his design. I love the color blue, and just by looking at him, you can tell he's a fierce and deadly Pokemon. He has a base stat of 523, which makes him pretty decent, and he's really good on the offensive side. If you guys are thinking, man, we already have a Thundercat, we don't need another, well, I think this guy can do a lot better than Mega Manectric if given the chance. Number 2. We now have the fruit Pokemon, Tropius. Now when I looked at this guy, I thought he was pretty cool, being a dinosaur-like Pokemon and all, but really, he's not all that great. With a base stat of 460, I feel as though he really could use a power boost since people don't really use him as much. Well, except for fruits. I mean, just look at this guy. He's got bananas hanging on his neck. Who knows, maybe he could follow into Sceptile's footsteps and become the next grass dragon type. Number 1. Now here is the Pokemon which I believe should definitely get a Mega in Pokémon Sun and Moon. It is Patrat. That's right. I really think that Patrat should get a Mega because in comparison to the other normal type Pokemons, he's been looked down upon as the most useless normal Pokemon, and I find that highly offensive. I mean, if you're even worse than Bidoof, then you know that something is wrong. Okay, I'm just kidding. My real number 1 is actually the mystic Pokemon, Flygon. Yes, I've seen all of the memes of people begging for a Mega Flygon, and honestly, I'm one of them too. Being a ground/dragon type, this guy was freaking awesome. When I first caught a Trapinch, I did not know that he was going to evolve into this. With a base stat of 520, this guy was really good back in the 3rd gen days, and I had to have one in my team. With Pokemons like Houndoom, Manectric, Mawile, and even Audino getting a Mega Evolution, how could they have missed this amazing Pokemon? I will never know, but the one thing is for sure, I am definitely one of the supporters for this guy getting a Mega Evolution. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you guys agree or disagree to any of these choices, then please tell me in the comment sections below. If you think that there are any other Pokemon that do need a Mega Evolution, please write that in as well. If you feel like supporting this channel, then please click on the link below and purchase some really cheap games. Until then, this is Patrat out.